Hey everybody, JC here with another T&I toy review, and today's review is in association with JediInsider.com, your #1 news source for everything Star Wars. And for today's review, we're going to be taking a look at the new Star Wars The Black Series 3¼ inch The Force Awakens Finn Jakku figure from Hasbro. Now this figure is a Walmart exclusive. It's part of the third wave of the Walmart series, and it is starting to hit shelves now. It comes packaged in the same style of packaging we've seen with the other Black Series figures. You've got the black box, the red background, the figure clearly displayed. Down below you have an image of the character and the name of the character. On the side you have that red border. For these 3¼ inch figures, they're not numbered, but you do get an assortment number. And then on the back you have a bio in multiple languages. Okay, so let's get this open and take a look at what's inside. Okay, so here's a look at the figure outside of the packaging, and the figure comes with one accessory. It comes with a blaster, and this is the blaster you see him have in the movie, and the detailing on it's pretty nice. The sculpting detail is decent, and then the paint applications are actually pretty nice on this gun as well. So you've got some metallic silver with some gold highlights on it, and then you've got some blue markings. I think are supposed to be lights, and then some more blue markings down here on the end of the gun. So overall, I think this looks pretty true. I would have liked to have seen maybe them include a strap. In the movie, you see him carry the gun on a, basically over around his shoulder, and it hangs off his back a lot of times in the movie. So it would have been nice if they included a strap for that. But otherwise, I think the gun looks pretty good. And he holds the gun nice and tight in either hand. You can put it in his left hand, or you can put it in his right hand. For the figure itself, I think this is a pretty good likeness to the actor. The face sculpt, it's not 100% dead on, but especially for this scale, I think it's pretty good. Basic paint applications. The coat is done as a separate piece. The main coat, you could actually take it off if you wanted to, but the sleeves of the coat are actually sculpted on the figure, so it would look pretty silly if you took the coat off. Underneath, he's just got the black shirt and the black pants. You've got some wash work down here at the bottom of his pants for dirt, giving you that dirt look after he's been running around in the desert. And he's got gray shoes on. So pretty nice detailing there. Now there is a little bit on the coat here on his arms. The upper arm and then the color of the coat on his lower arm is a little bit different, a little bit brighter beige color on the lower arm than the upper arm. So I don't know if that's just with my figure, but you do notice a little bit of difference in the coloring between the upper arm and the lower arm on this figure. It's not too bad, but it is somewhat noticeable if you look at it close. Sculpting detail is nice. The coat, this is a resistance coat. You've got the red markings like you see in the movie with some silver tabs on the zipper, and then you've got some nice sculpting with the pockets and the buckle and everything on the coat. So I think the coat comes off looking really nice, and then you've got some nice creases sculpted in his pants and everything. As I mentioned, you've got the dirt down here at the bottom of his pants for when he was running around in the desert. Okay, so the figure stands just under 4 inches tall. He's a little bit shorter than the First Order Stormtrooper in the Black Series, but not too much. They're pretty close to the same height. And here he is next to the Black Series Kylo Ren figure, and Kylo Ren is definitely taller. So the scale overall seems to be pretty good with this figure. Okay, so for articulation, the head's on a ball joint. He can look left and he can look right. He really doesn't have any up or down movement at the neck. Arms are attached with your standard ball hinge joint at the shoulder, so he can get his arm out good, and he's got good rotation there at the arm. Single hinged elbow, so he can bend his elbow about that much, which is pretty good. He's also got the rotation there at the elbow. Swivel at the wrists, and then hinges on the hands, so you've got up and down movement with the hands. Midsection joint, so you've got a rotation there at the midsection. No real crunch with that joint though. Legs are attached with hinge joints, so you can do the splits good, and you can get his leg forward pretty good. You do have to turn the leg a little bit to get it forward, and then you can do it back as well. But again, you kind of have to turn that leg a little bit. You don't have a thigh swivel joint, but you do have a swivel up there where the leg attaches to the waist. Single hinged knee, so he can bend his knee about that much. Also has the swivel at the knee, and then has hinges on the feet, so you've got up and down movement. Does not have ankle pivot, but you do have the swivel at the feet, and then 2 peg holes on the bottom of his feet. And just in case you're wondering, the head between this Finn figure and this Black Series First Order Stormtrooper figure are not interchangeable. The ball joint on the First Order Stormtrooper is too big, so the head will not fit on that Stormtrooper body. Okay, so that's my review. Overall, I like this figure. I think the likeness is pretty solid and pretty good for this size of figure. It's not 100% dead on to the actor, but pretty close. Paint applications are decent, and articulation is pretty good as well. Now this figure is a Walmart exclusive. It's going to cost about $13. The wave with this figure is starting to hit shelves now. We'll have a full image gallery up at JediInsider.com. There's a link in the description below. Also, if you like the backdrop, the Star Wars backdrops that I'm using in the images, they're from a company called gtptoys.com. Check them out. They sell the backdrops online, so if you want to pick some up for your own figures, you can. And as always, please leave a comment. Let us know what you think. If you're so inclined, please like the video. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. And until next time, I'll catch you later.